That stigma kept me to myself. It kept me hiding behind these walls, and I was so scared to reach out and tell somebody that I need help, that I can't do this by myself. I can't do it alone anymore. My name's Cara Clements. I'm 19 years old. I am an undergraduate student at Emory University, and this is the story of stigma. Throughout middle and high school, I was picked on a lot. And honestly, it had such a negative impact on me that it started affecting the way that I saw myself. There was this week before I started taking medicine where I couldn't go to class. I just could not get out of bed, and I can't explain it other than it's like you're in this deep pit, and no matter how hard you try to climb out, it's just not possible. You know, rather than thinking about the benefits that reaching out would have had on my mental health, all I thought about was the stigma. You know, there's this negative stigma surrounding it, saying that it's not okay to need help. It's not okay to reach out and to say that you can't do it alone, because people just say, oh, you need to move past it, but you can't. Stigma to me is chronic isolation. It's being put in a box and labeled while people are saying they're not labeling you. Have you or someone you know been to the doctor in the past year?
Yeah.
Yes.
I believe my roommate has been to the doctor in the past year, but yes, okay.
Yeah.
And how does disclosing that information to me make you feel?
I'm indifferent about it, yeah.
It doesn't affect me.
I mean, it seems like a normal thing that anyone or everyone would do.
Feels normal.
Have you or someone you known been to a mental health professional in the past year?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And how does disclosing that to me make you feel?
As long as I'm not giving you details, I think I'm okay with it.
Well, it's kind of personal.
I think people don't want to talk about the fact that someone's having a mental health problem aside from just like visiting the doctor.
If it were personal, then it would make me feel somewhat uncomfortable.
What's something you can think of that would help take away the stigma against mental illness?
I think what's needed is more just like a session, just like talk, something open.
I think we need a day that just is like about mental health awareness, that we just spread it around, particularly even on campuses. You know, you can just have a whole day centered around that. I think that's one of the best ways to really get the stigma to go away.
I think maintaining good relationships is very important because you never know who's going through what. Trying to spread awareness through common methods like posters, flyers, discussion groups.
I think one of the main ways stigma is perpetuated is in the language we use ourselves. Often, too, there are just metaphors that people use to describe mental illness and the fear associated with it. There's more obvious examples like portrayals in TV and movies and things like that, but that's really just a larger narrative expression of underlying fears that are already there in the culture that often come out in just the language people use to describe it.
I would definitely say that since coming to college, mental illness has been spoken about a lot more. You know, just saying that you care about it or you're here to support people, but then not actually continuing the conversation isn't going to fix anything. It's not. And that's why I'm making this film. That's why I'm making this documentary, because stigma isn't just going to go away. My name is Cara Clements. I'm 19 years old, and I am not my mental illness.